story about a girl with no direction, an Australian guide, the end of one journey, and the beginning of another one. I'm, as David said, originally from New York. I grew up on Long Island. In 2007, I had kind of stalled a little bit. I'd been going to college for a few years, but I didn't know what I wanted to do or what I wanted to study. I had changed majors, I'm not even sure how many times. I just didn't really have a direction. So I decided to take a year off and go traveling and try to figure out what to do with my life. I chose to go to Australia because at the time I had some distant relatives who were living in a city called Perth, which is on the west coast of Australia. And fun fact about Perth, it is the most isolated capital city in the world. It's the capital of a state called Western Australia, which is enormous. Like area-wise, it's I think about the size of a third of the United States.
Whoa.
And there's only one major city in the entire state.
Wow.
But that's one of the things that makes Perth such a special place. It's a normal city like any other city. I think it's similar size to Orlando. There's about 3 million people that live there. But if you drive maybe 3 or 4 hours outside of the city, you are in the middle of nowhere. It's just red dirt and kangaroos and some of the most beautiful beaches and nature you've ever seen. I had been in Perth for about 3 months, getting ready to pack up and start exploring the rest of the country, when I happened to meet an Australian guy. And, well, I'd been there for a few months. I'd met a lot of Australian guys, but this one, this one was important. So I decided to stay. I thought I'll just stay here and see what happens. And I thought if I'm going to stay, I should probably do something productive with myself. So I enrolled in college. I went to the University of Western Australia. I studied exercise science. And something just kind of clicked for me. I realized this is what I'm interested in. This is what I want to do with my career. Looking back on it, it kind of makes sense. I've always been really into fitness and sports. I played basketball for most of my life. While I was in Australia, I started playing a sport called Australian football, which in my opinion is the coolest sport in the world. It's kind of hard to describe. It's not soccer and it's not rugby, which are the two things everybody asks me when I try to explain what football is. It's a completely different and unique sport. And even now, I still actually play football. There's a team in St. Petersburg. But even now, my main hobbies are running and weightlifting. So I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that this maybe is what I should be doing with my career, but I did figure it out eventually. Early on, I got a personal training certification, and I worked as a personal trainer for 4 years while I did my bachelor's degree. And then when I finished my bachelor's, I wanted to keep learning and keep studying. So I stayed in college. I did a PhD in exercise physiology at the same university. So that took another 4 years. So that brings us to 2015. And in 2015, I finished my PhD. I married that Australian guy and convinced him to move back to America with me, and we came to Orlando. So it's kind of a busy year. I'm still recovering from it a little bit. But that was the end of one of my journeys. Well, two of my journeys, really. The end of my studying career, finally, after 8 years, and the end of 8 years living in Australia, which I do miss a lot. It's a beautiful place, also kind of a terrifying place. Did you know that every animal in Australia can kill you?
Oh, what?
Sorry. But that was the end of one journey, and now I've started a new journey. I've moved here to Orlando, so obviously living here, and then I'm starting to try to get my career going. I just started a new job, actually Monday. This past Monday was my first day.
Woo!
So, thank you. So again, a little bit of a busy time. I'm running the wellness program for the government employees of Seminole County. And I'm so excited about it. It's exactly what I want to do, which is to help people adopt healthy behaviors around physical activity and nutrition, and to help them use those behaviors to improve their health and their fitness and their quality of life and their productivity in the workplace. And I guess that kind of brings me to what I'm doing standing here talking to you guys in this Denny's this morning. I wanted to get involved in Toastmasters, first of all, because I want to get over the kind of fear and nervousness that I feel about public speaking. I want to be comfortable in these situations, and specifically I want to be comfortable thinking on my feet in a public speaking situation, which is the thing that I struggle with the most. And now that I've started this new role, I know that if I can become a better public speaker, if I can be more engaging and more dynamic, then it will really help a lot in getting those health promotion messages across. And that's a really big part of this job that I've just started. That's what brings me here, and I guess that's the start of another journey for me, this Toastmasters journey. So I want to thank all of you for being a part of it. I want to thank you for being so welcoming and so supportive so far, and for listening to me speak today. Thank you.